Welcome to Crestron DMC-E. Let's discuss EDID, or Extended Display Identification Data. EDID is the mechanism used by displays and other syncs to inform upstream devices, example, sources, about their video and audio capabilities. EDID is supported by VGA, DVI, HDMI, and DisplayPort. There are two types of EDID, VESA, or Video Electronics Standard Association, and CEA/CTA, which stands for the Consumer Technology Association. EDID minimally consists of the VESA block. The EDID of modern consumer-oriented electronic devices will include two blocks, the original VESA block and the CEA/CTA extension block. We will discuss the CEA/CTA block in another video. Once hot plug detection occurs and DDC channel communication begins, in the case of HDMI, the sync device sends its EDID information to the upstream connected device. Any issue with the hot plug detection will cause EDID not to be sent. This can be caused by a compromised cable. The information sent includes, among other things, all of the resolutions and audio formats that the device supports and what resolutions the display prefers. Once the source receives this information, it decides what to do next. If it can output video in the display's preferred or native resolution, it will do so. If it cannot, then the source will output whatever it chooses to. This can be boiled down to a display or other sync device telling the upstream source, these are the resolutions/timings, as well as audio formats that I support, but I like this resolution the very best. Let's take the VESA block first, as it is the foundation of EDID. The VESA block, and EDID in general, was originally designed and used with CRT, cathode ray tube, PC monitors to communicate their graphic capabilities to the attached computer graphics card. EDID predates digital video and was used originally in analog video and transmitted through analog video connections and signals, example, VGA, DB15, RGB, HV, etc. It was necessary to address the proliferation of monitors, graphics cards, resolutions, refresh rates, etc., and the manual configured that came along with it. EDID allowed a monitor, once connected to a computer's graphic card, to communicate its capabilities to the graphic card automatically, in a plug-and-play fashion. The VESA block is broken down into three sections. Let's look at each of them. Here we have the established timings built into VESA EDID. There are 16 of them, but notice that most are not 60 Hz. Today, we don't have a need for any of the 60 Hz established timings, since 60 Hz is the standard refresh rate for many modern displays, and because many of the resolutions are outright obsolete. For this reason, any non-60 Hz resolutions in the list are not available as established timings, checkbox options when creating/editing digital media EDID files. Many of them are, however, available standard timing resolutions options in our EDID tool. As you can see, we are only left with 3 usable resolutions. Because of this reason, we're not going to get much out of this section of the VESA block. Note, there is one important exception, 640 by 480, which is used for free run in DM systems. Free run feature available on analog video and hybrid, i.e. digital/analog, e.g. DVI-I, DM video inputs. For example, with free run enabled on an analog VGA input, on a DM card or DMPS, the input will internally generate 640 by 480p/60 video consisting of all black video frames. The input will internally output 640 by 480 black video, which becomes a routable source to the DM or DMPS system's output. The free-run generated black video can then be used as a carrier signal for the audio-only device. example, a mobile phone connected to a DMPS's stereo mini audio input. Why 640 by 480p? We selected 480p because it is the lowest resolution supported by all modern displays, etc. Because it is integral to how FreeRun operates, 640 by 480 is automatically included in any new EDID file you might create for a DM device. It can only be removed by checking/enabling the Allow All Resolutions option in the VESA EDID portion of the EDID configuration tool, which is not recommended for good reason. VESA EDID also supports up to 8 standard timing descriptors. Each descriptor includes 3 pieces. The horizontal active pixel count, which is defined in increments of 8 from 256 to 2288. The aspect ratio, EDID, v1.3 and newer, and the ratio of horizontal pixels to vertical pixels. Supported aspect ratios for standard timings are 16 by 10, 4 by 3, 5 by 4, or 16 by 9. Lastly, the refresh rate, which is the number of times a display refreshes concurrently drawn images per second, measured in Hertz. Typically, this is 60 to 120 Hertz. The vertical resolution is calculated using horizontal pixel count and aspect ratio. VESA EDID also supports 2 detailed timing descriptors. These detailed timings have priority over standard and established timings. The first detailed timing must specify the display's preferred resolution. The second detailed timing can optionally specify another preferred timing. Essentially, detailed timings can define anything and everything, but you only get 2 of them. Since they can define everything, this is where you can define resolutions that are not 16 by 9, 16 by 10, 5 by 4, or 4 by 3. When EDID is used in a Crestron system, a template is used. This template goes down the list of timings until one is found that is supported. The first timing that is tried is the first detailed timing. For this reason, it is common practice to put your desired resolution as the first detailed timing, even if the resolution you pick would fit in standard timings. Thank you for watching.